Welcome back, joined by Championship correspondent Pascal Lemaire to preview Saturday's clash between Blackpool and Bournemouth. Pascal, starting with the away side, back to the top of the table last time out.
Yeah, really impressive win over Cardiff City that was, because obviously Cardiff, they've had some decent results since Russell Slade took over, and to beat them 5-3 at home, so impressive. Obviously, it could have gone a different way. Cardiff sort of pulled it back a few times. Bournemouth will be disappointed with the way they conceded some goals, 2 from set pieces that Sean Morrison scored, but overall, we know how good they've been at home this season. Not many teams have been able to get anything at Dean Court this season, so a really impressive win. Obviously, 5 goals is so impressive. Callum Wilson back on the score sheet, Morgan getting goals, Simon Francis bombing down the right like he always does, and goals from midfield as well. Harry Arter's been really impressive recently. He's scored in the last 2 games from central midfield. He's been really good. Obviously, since then, it's been a bit of a disappointing week for them because they played that Liverpool in the Capital One Cup quarter-final. I think they would have been really up for that game. Obviously, Liverpool were really out of form. They've been 3 games without a win going into that. But yeah, Eddie Howe, he rested some key players like Arter. Arter didn't start in midfield. I thought that was a surprising one. In midfield, he made 3 changes in midfield, and he's had a pretty solid midfield 4, and only Matt Ritchie was left in the starting 11 for the Liverpool game. So I was surprised that he left all those players out, and it didn't pay off in the end. Obviously, Liverpool's quality did tell in the end, 3-1. Bournemouth did well to get back to 2-1, but then couldn't quite get back on level terms. So they'll be disappointed to go out there, because I think they really would have fancied themselves to go through there. And obviously, with Sheffield United going through, they could have drawn Sheffield United, and that would have been a pretty easy tie in the semi-finals, and they could have gone to the final. So they will be disappointed with that, but yeah, they'll look at the table. We're top of the table. Fantastic, yeah.
Moving on to Blackpool, obviously they are still bottom of the table. They are quite the overwhelming favourites, aren't they, to finish bottom of the table? But they are unbeaten in 4 now. Yeah,
Lee Clark's done really well recently. Obviously, 3 draws and a win in their last 4 games, and last time out against Charlton, that was a really good point they got there, because Charlton, they're 10th in the table. They've done well this season. They've had a lot of draws. They've had more draws than anyone else this season. But Blackpool, they went to the valley there. I don't think many people would expect them to get much out of that. But another late goal to get the equaliser, 2-2 it finished. And Stephen Davis, that's the 3rd game in a row he's scored, and they've all been really important goals. And he's only just come back into the side. Obviously, Lee Clark's instilled a bit of confidence into him. It was his late goal that got it, and Chris Eagles got on the score sheet as well. That was his first goal since he signed. 'Cause obviously, he was a free agent since leaving Bolton, sort of lost his way a bit, but he's doing better at Blackpool now. He's already said that he wants to sort of sign a longer-term contract in January when his current contract comes up. So, yeah, they're doing well. It's only 8 points from safety. And obviously, they had that awful start to the season. People thought, they could be relegated by, maybe March, February time. It could be that bad. But, Brighton, Wigan, they're doing really badly. So they're catching those sides above them. But, they need to keep winning games, because although there's been a lot of draws recently, you're never going to get anywhere with draws. They need to win a few more games.
He's a tough ask for Blackpool. We all know that. Can you see him getting anything from the game?
I can't, to be honest. Bournemouth, they're great going forward, and I think Blackpool, this isn't the sort of game where they're going to get anything out of it. I think Bournemouth's quality will just completely tell over the 90 minutes. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 Bournemouth win.
Sportsman going for a 3-1 win to Bournemouth.